following that first half ankle injury, it seems.
Yeah, the left ankle was strapped and he was hobbling over towards a vehicle on crutches. Didn't look swollen to me, which is possibly bad news, the fact that it's possibly something more sinister like ligaments rather than just a sprain. But he'll get a scan tonight, I'm sure. And
hopefully it's not too bad. We wish Francis Lee Lumboto well. Very well-regarded player here at Eamon DC Park for a couple of seasons. But it will be second half to get underway here. Stephen Walsh just gets the ball there from Wasim. And United, who lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of a 41st minute effort claimed by Stephen Walsh, but perhaps an own goal. But that's for later on this evening or for another day. But at the moment, United about to get the second half underway. Dave Hurley.
Yeah, I did see on the FAI Connect app, King, that they have marked it down as an OG by Jamie Watson, but we'll confirm with the officials after the game. But as of now, it appears to have been an own goal by Watson.
Hurley goes back to Brendan Clark. Clark, shrewd distributor. Long delivery, testing one for the goalkeeper, Tuta. On a windy night in the west of Ireland, he had to keep firm there because it could have swirled. Tuta gathers. The Finn Harps goalkeeper just drills it back into the United half. Killian Bruder. Excellent defensive header there from Bruder. Wasim goes in chase. Ball goes out for a Finn Harps throw in near the corner flag, and Seamus Keogh will take.
Yeah, and it seems to be a strange win for DC Park. The fact it seems to be blowing towards the clubhouse end rather than coming in off the river and blowing towards the car park end, which would be left to right as people are watching it on their stream. But it seems to be a wind going from right to left, which is unusual for the ground.
Keogh to Tony McNamee, back to Keogh. Keogh hooks it forward. Rainey tries to get it under control. Dervin wins it back for United. A little bit of skill there from Dervin. Hurley with a nice pass inside to Rob Manley. Manley just tries to beaver clear. Doherty though with the challenge. Decent one it was too, and Doherty tried to put Flood away, but United have it back. Hurley has it. Seems as if Flood and Ferry might have changed flanks for Harps, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Slevin looks to diagonal delivery for Ed McCarthy. McCarthy's quick, but he's not that quick, and it goes out for Finn Harps goal kick. Tuta just receives the ball from supporter behind the goal. And still tickets being sold early in the second half. Now there's not many left in the queue, but it's still a queue, Keith.
Yeah, and I don't think there's many tickets left. Someone said there they were over at the queue. Someone said at half time they were over queuing for a ticket, and there's less than 90 left apparently, and that the family tickets have sold out. Now don't take my word for it, that's just what someone who was in the queue has said to me. And fair play to Colin and John, they've been over there since I probably set up around 6 o'clock. I got to the ground at 6:30 and there was already a queue buying tickets. So those guys have been over there giving up their time. They've been 2.5 hours, missed the match completely, as they do every home game. The volunteers at every club, they miss the game, and just a thank you to volunteers all around the country that put in the time and effort and don't get to see their own club.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure there's plenty of Finn Harps followers who can concur. They're working diligently at games at Finn Park, and they might be able to watch the away games in more comfort. Free kick given there for Harps. Flood made good ground. David Hurley yellow carded for the challenge, and this is a chance for Harps to test Galway United. Flood and Tony McNamee stand over the ball. Adriano Real paces out the 10 yards, and it looks as if Flood might fancy a go with this one. Scored 9 this season for Harps. Ryan Flood is going to hit this one left-footed. You're talking 30 yards territory here. And Flood thumps it left-footed, hits the wall. Stephen Walsh was brave, seemed to get it in the head there, got the block on it. Just requires some attention. Richard Greer, the Galway United physio, who's been busy this evening, has to dash in to just check that Stephen Walsh is okay.
Yeah, Stephen's tough. I mean, he said hit Walsh. I mean, Walsh is a wall, isn't he? Yeah, he's a tough guy. I mean, if he plays every United game this season, and if United make it to the FA Cup final, that'll be 300 appearances in a United shirt for Stephen Walsh, who grew up just up the road here from us. He is Mr. Galway United. John Caulfield has referred to him before as Mr. Galway United. I'd imagine he'd be okay. He's a guy, I was going through records recently on it. He made his debut in the showgrounds for Galway United against Sligo Rovers and broke his nose in the clash with Richard Brush. So he's a tough cookie.
No, he's wholehearted. He's spirited. He is a real warrior. And Stephen Walsh is back on his feet, thankfully, and he'll be okay to continue. Richard Greer, the physio, just gives him a drop of water, and Walsh, brave and tenacious, will be okay to continue. Harps will have possession here near the touchline. Seamus Keogh just about to be given the ball by referee Adriano Real. Keogh does well. Seamus Keogh carries the ball forward on the right. Hurley with a challenge, throw in for Finn Harps, and Stephen Walsh is back on the pitch, thankfully. But a throw in here for Harps near the corner flag. Ryan Flood will take, and again Mackinson and Watson come forward from the back. Ryan Flood fires it into the area. Bruder with the header. Stephen Walsh steers it forward. Ryan Flood just wasn't picked out there by Keogh, and United respond. Ed McCarthy with a switch towards Wasim. Wasim has been lively following his first half introduction for the unfortunate Francie Lumboto. Wasim put a little too much on that for Conor O'Keefe. O'Keefe though picks out it. Dave Hurley. Hurley's pass just doesn't reach its intended target, and Mackinson clears the danger momentarily for Harps. Killian Bruder has it once again for Galway United. Bruder looking for Ed McCarthy, headed away by Kevin Jordan. Jordan with another header. Wasim shows good strength. Hurley provides some assistance. Dave Hurley just trying to manufacture a yard of space. Hurley low and hard. Good save from Tuta. Rob Manley. Good challenge there from Mackinson. The ball eventually goes out for a corner kick.
Yeah, it's not falling for Manley tonight. I mean, you want your striker hitting that first time, getting on the rebound from the save. But Hurley, you knew he was cutting inside, just looking for the space to have the shot. Got shot away. Good save by Tuta. Manley. Sorry, King. I'm just saying, Manley, you'd want to whipping on that first time, but he took a touch and lost the chance. I think United are going to make a sub. Vince Borden looks like he's stripped to come on. I wonder, is that Manley's time to come ashore?
Vincent Borden just getting the last minute instructions. Corner kick for Dave Hurley for Galway United. Walsh at the front post. Walsh turns, smacks a shot off the woodwork, and Finn Harp survive a real scare there. Walsh just hit it with real venom, but it cannoned off the woodwork, and United have it now once again. Aid Irvin to Killian Bruder. Bruder with Regan Donlan nearby. Bruder to Aid Irvin. Dervin has been bright and busy throughout for United. Dervin to Rob Slevin. Slevin to Bruder. Harps defending deep, but Bruder looks for Dave Hurley on the far side. Hurley can't keep that one in play, and it will be a throw in for Finn Harps.
Yeah, it wasn't a great ball, really. Sometimes we seem to kind of, we being United, of course, seem to rush those kind of balls, lose a bit of patience, and just whip it, just work it through the lines on the ground. Take your time. But just giving the ball away with a hopeful crossfield ball, which I think we play too many of them sometimes.
Chris Colopy just getting the paperwork in order with the fourth official, Rob Dowling. Vincent Borden will be joining the action shortly. Slevin to Killian Bruder. Bruder for United. Back to Rob Slevin. The United central defensive duo have had plenty of possession this evening. Harps dropping back. Hurley now for United to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy to Rob Slevin. Slevin to A. Dervin. Dervin. Rob Manley. Manley back to Dervin. Dervin just wants to inject a little bit of pace into the attack. Wasim takes a tumble. Tuta with the challenge, corner kick for Galway United. It would have been a very, very soft penalty had it been awarded.
Oh yeah, no, that was great goalkeeping by Tuta. Brave down at the feet of the big man, big Was, who hasn't got up, but no, that was never a penalty. But it shows the difference, Keane, there when they keep it on the ground and play through the lines, move the ball, because you move the ball, you move the defence. Instead of the lateral stuff that we had been seeing for a few minutes and then the hit and hope. Kept a bit of patience there, played it on the ground, moved the ball through the lines. Great ball in, Was in, one among the keeper. Brilliant goalkeeping. But United have a corner from it.
United go short. Hurley to Wasim. Challenge from Flood. It will be a throw in for United. And Borden about to join the action.
I think the referee gestured for the substitution, but I think John Coffey tried to wave it away.
Substitution for Galway United. Showing appreciation, he comes off. Number 10, David Hurley.
David Hurley going to be replaced by Vincent Borden, and David Hurley gets a great ovation from the Comer stand here. Hurley, really, really impressive for United in 2023. 24 goals. But he's going to get a little bit of a rest here for the closing stages. And Vincent Borden, a man who scored 9 himself, has been introduced. Ed McCarthy with a throw in for United. Stephen Walsh with the header. Tuta gathers safely.
Yeah, I'd imagine that change, Keane, is just it was with the view to games coming up, just get rest time into Hurley now. And Borden more than capable.
Mackinson to McEntee. McEntee swivels away and then looks for Flood again. The idea was right, the execution just a little bit off, but McNamee had the right idea. Rob Manley takes it down nicely. Manley then picks out substitute Vince Borden. Borden to the onrushing Conor O'Keefe. Conor O'Keefe right foot across into the area. Walsh was brave, but the Harps defence did enough to deny Stephen Walsh. Rob Manley with the header. Wasim tries to get it under control. Wasim just couldn't get it out from under his feet. Did well to hold on to it. Aid Irvin to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy for Galway United. McCarthy carries the ball into the area. McCarthy across goal, and it's happened on numerous occasions this evening. Keith, the ball just is flashed across goal.
I mean, great work by Ed again, coming in onto his weak side, cushioning the ball along with his right foot, ball across the face of goal, just crying out for a touch. Nobody there. But great work by Ed. I'm just looking over to the corner of the old stand. The two lads, Colin and John, have closed shop, so either everyone who wanted a ticket has got a ticket, or there's no tickets left to be got.
Well, there's a table left, but there's no tickets anymore. As you said, great credit to John Flannery and Colin Coyle for their efforts there for the past couple of hours, because they've certainly been the two busiest men in the west of Ireland. Tony McNamee for Harps. McNamee looking for Banda. Slevin, the former Harps man, with the header. Ferry has it though for the visitors. Ferry inside to Doherty. Doherty try to thread a pass through there to BJ Banda. Galway United goalkeeper Brendan Clark quickly gathers and try to put Rob Manley away. Manley and Watson both climbed high there, but Stephen Walsh with a left foot across just beats everyone, and Kevin Jordan just is cool and composed, picks out Ferry. Ferry couldn't get it under control. United have it back. Aid Irvin to Rob Slevin. Irvin has been energetic for United. Bruder looking for Borden. Flood with the challenge. Wasim couldn't get it under control. Stephen Walsh. Rashid Killian Bruder. Farlim Knee. Kaji Regan Donnan. Regan Donnan. Stieg. A. Dervin. Dervin. Cooper O'Keefe. Wasim. Wasim on the edge of the area. Brilliant work from Wasim. But the finish was just too high.
Just too high. But that's what he gives us again. You know, ball to feet. Held off the defender. Turned. Shot. Just got under it a smidge and over the crossbar. It's turned into a bit of a game of kind of backs against forwards. I'm not trying to put another commentator's curse on Anthony, but you know, Harps seem to be happy to
retreat.
sit back and retreat and say to United, look, if you're going to play the ball across your back four, do that all night. We're sound. Um, so it's going to take a bit of creativity from United now to break them down, because at 1-0, this game ain't over.
Tuta with the goal kick for Harps. Ryan Flood with the header. Vincent Borden takes it down for United to Regan Donlan. Donlan clips it forward. Doherty, deft little touch to Seamus Keogh. Banda does well to hold it up, but Dervin with the challenge. Free kick for Harps. Bit after is between Banda
didn't like that.
and Dervin.
Dervin, just a bit of a Jack Russell there, just nipping at the heel. He's been really good. He took his time to kind of find his feet when he came here, but against Dundalk in particular, when he was pressed into kind of an emergency defensive position, he was so solid.
McNamee guides it forward. Banda tries to hold it up for Harps. Regan Donlan, the United left full, just holds him up. Keogh, good swivel there from Keogh inside to Ryan Rainey. Back to Seamus Keogh. Keogh to Banda. Banda picks out McNamee, who's craved involvement throughout this evening's game. McNamee just wants to get something from that. Regan Donlan to Rob Manley. Rob Manley. McNamee though. Oh, lovely back heel from McNamee to Keogh. Keogh with the cross. Bruder with the clearance, and then Watson to Jordan. Jordan back to Mackinson. Mackinson to Watson. Watson picks out McNamee. McNamee looks for Banda to work the channels. United though have it back. Donlan to Clark. Bruder to Donlan, and Donlan just sweeps it into the Finn Harps half. Header from Watson. Borden just beaten to it there by Doherty. Rainey picks out the left full. Kevin Jordan, who goes down the line looking for Patrick Ferry. Conor O'Keefe, good in one-on-one situations, makes the challenge. Ferry though manufactures a yard of space. McNamee back to Ferry. Ferry with the shot, but good approach work there from Ferry. And Aaron McLaughlin set to be introduced by Finn Harps for Patrick Ferry. Just past the hour mark.
Yeah, Harps enjoyed a nice little spell there. I mean, they were disappointed with the finish. It was a kind of a scuffed effort by Ferry. You really want to be testing the keeper, but they had some nice possession there. Pinned United back, just goes United show. They can't relax in this game just yet.
McLaughlin, a teenager, going to replace Patrick Ferry.
See, Wexford have gone 2-0 up Keane against Longford, and down in Ferry Carrick, that could tie up the playoff positions now. I think that if it stays like that, I think they'll move above Athlone and up into fourth in the table. So that should nail their place in the playoffs, and Athlone, I'd imagine, then would finish higher than Longford. I think they're 8 points on them at the moment if that stays as it is, with 4 games left.
Longford Town, of course, the only team to have beaten Galway United in the first division this season, and they've beaten them twice at Bishopsgate. McLaughlin the substitute, faced by Conor O'Keefe. McLaughlin though goes back, recycles it to Tony McNamee. McNamee to Jordan. Jordan eventually just ran out of room, and it will be a throw in for United on the far side. Conor O'Keefe will take.
Yeah, I was about to say he did well to keep that in, but it just ran away from him. It's gone a bit flat now, hasn't it, Keane? Even in the stand, there isn't much noise out of it. It's like the fans are waiting for something to happen on the pitch, and nearly the players need the kind of boost from the fans to get them going.
It's a strange kind of a night. The fact that the tickets were on sale in the first half, the league is won already. It's just been there's a great crowd here on a Monday evening, but it's been a strange kind of occasion.
Yeah, well, it was the way to sell the tickets, to sell them at a match. I mean, it guarantees you a big crowd, because Monday night, you mightn't have got as big a crowd, even though they are welcoming the league champions. But it was the way to do it. But is it just, as you said, it maybe take away from the game and the fact they have won the league, and it was just a couple of days ago. And players are a bit tired, and But apparently there might have been one or two visitors from Dublin down buying tickets. So it'll be interesting on Saturday week to see what happens if some red and black jerseys end up in the home stand.
Free kick for Harps goes all the way through to Brendan Clark, sporting the captain's armband this evening. Brendan Clark with Conor McCormack ruled out. Clark always scanning, always checking what's on. Wasim tried to get it under control. It goes out for a Finn Harps throw in on the far side. Kevin Jordan will take.
Sorry, Keener, just saying it just shows the strength of the wind. You know that that carried all the way to the edge of the box and still had so much power on it that Wasp wasn't able to control it. So maybe conditions down there aren't as easy as beautiful flowing football would like.
Slevin to Brendan Clark. Clark locates Vincent Borden. Borden earns a throw in for United. Ed McCarthy wants to take it quickly on the far side and then just stops to leave it for Conor O'Keefe, the right back. O'Keefe has Dervin inside as one option. Ed McCarthy is another, and that to O'Keefe opts for McCarthy to Killian Bruder. Bruder to A. Dervin. Dervin looks for Stephen Walsh. Walsh couldn't supply the required header there, but it's a good idea from A. Dervin, who has tried to inject that little bit of creativity throughout the second half.
Yeah, he kind of seems to be taking on the mantle now with Hurley gone off, that A is kind of taking it on himself to be the kind of the puppet master and pull the strings and create the chances. And that's why we signed him. He has that ability, he has that talent. Just looking down at the United bench there, I think there's a couple of changes coming. Evan O'Connor and Oisin O'Reilly too might be making an entrance fairly soon.
McLaughlin has it on the far side for Harps. McLaughlin shows a nice turn of speed inside to McNamee. McNamee with the shot, takes a deflection. Brendan Clark claims.
I wonder would those changes, Keane, would they suggest United just look, okay, what we have we hold?
Perhaps, yeah. In fairness, you have to give credit to Evan O'Connor and Oisin O'Reilly for the manner in which they've stuck at it. They've featured quite prominently this season, and they deserve to be recognised for the manner in which they've contributed to the Galway United cause. Stand up for the Galway boys, the chant here at Eamon DC Park as the Comer stand rises to salute the SSE Electricity League First Division champions. Corner kick for Galway United. And sitting in front of us you have a number of injured United players, including Colm Horgan, Maurice Nugent.
Yeah, I see Darren Clark down there as well.
Corner kick for United. A. Dervin, the former Longford Town and Shelburne man, will take. David Tarmy, Oisin O'Reilly and Evan O'Connor, it seems, set to be introduced. Corner kick for United though, taken by Dervin into the area. Header from Rob Slevin.
I think he's given a free out for something. Yeah, triple substitution here by United midway through the second half.
Substitutions for Galway United.
Rob Manley replaced by
Rob Manley.
David Tarmy.
Rob Manley takes number 18, David Tarmy.
Evan O'Connor is going to be replaced. Evan O'Connor rather is going to replace A. Dervin, who gets a good ovation from the United crowd, and Regan Donlan is going to be replaced by Oisin O'Reilly.
Coming off number 3, Regan Donlan. Coming on number 29, Oisin O'Reilly.
Yeah, Leitrim's finest coming on there with the two, with O'Reilly and O'Connor. I think that's Evan's 13th appearance this season. Now Oisin's on for his 18th. That's just the third appearance of the season for Dave Tarmy. Good to see the younger players get their chance as well.
Absolutely. Wasn't available earlier in the campaign due to leaving cert commitments, but he's back in the fray. Harps Get the ball forward quickly, looking for Flood. Slevin with the clearance. McNamee unable to get it under control. O'Connor quickly just gets the ball forward. He couldn't take any chances there, in fairness to him. Evan O'Connor wisely just clears the danger. Tuta has it now, though, the Harps goalkeeper. Harps set to make a couple of changes themselves. Looks like Max Hutchinson and Daniel Stoko going to join the action. Rob Dowling, just the fourth official, checking that all is in order.
Yeah, with those changes now for United, that's their 5 substitutions made, which is a pity because Stephen Healy and Aaron Neary on the bench, Darren McCarthy, you know, you can't play everyone, but you know, young local lads would have nice to seen them get a run out as well. Maybe against Athlone on Friday. Yeah.
It's a tough one because you could construct an argument both ways, in the sense that the Oisin O'Reillys, Evan O'Connor, they've contributed to the cause, and you'd like to see the local young players get a game too, but unfortunately we don't have unlimited substitution.
Yeah, someone said it's an 11-a-side game, and that's that. Like, you can't bring everyone on. And, it's just local bias. I mean, you always want to see.
I know it matters, Keith. It matters. It matters. Like, you want to see players progress through the ranks, and you look at the Harps squad, and they've several young players that have come through a well-regarded academy system that they have at the moment, and that's good to see too. O'Keefe picks out Stephen Walsh. Walsh swivels away, does well. Stephen Walsh to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy, the tireless Ed McCarthy, with the cross, earns a corner kick, and another chance for Galway United to send Slevin and Bruder forward from the back. Oisin O'Reilly, it looks as if he's going to go across to take the corner kick.
Yeah, with Noel McCormick and now with both Hurley and Dervin gone off, there's no kind of regular set piece taker.
Manning, another one that has taken a few set pieces.
Yes, yeah.
Oisin O'Reilly to take Slevin, Wasim, Evan O'Connor, Killian Bruder, David Tarmy, all in the 6-yard box. Decent delivery from O'Reilly. Wasn't too far away,
No,
Keith.
I think he was watching Dave Hurley against Kerry last Friday. And Conor McCormick scored direct from a corner down at Ferry Carry Park against Wexford earlier this season as well.
Max Hutchinson replaces Ryan Rainey for Harps.
Coming on number 42, Max Hutchinson.
Daniel Stoko is going to replace Stephen Doherty.
12, Stephen Doherty. And coming on number 10, Daniel Stoko.
No, Rainey worked hard there. I mean, he physio on to him twice in the first half, and we were wondering would he even see half time, never mind come out for the second half. But he's worked hard for Harps, as have all the players tonight. Put in a performance the club can be proud of.
Flood with the header. Hutchinson with the touch. Seamus Keogh drills it forward.
That's the wind again, Keane. Look.
Strong wind. McNamee clips it down the line towards McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets it under control. Back to Tony McNamee. McNamee looks for McLaughlin. Challenge there from Rob Slevin. Throw in for Harps on the far side.
He's another player who's made a difference for us this season, Rob Slevin. Centre back formed a great partnership there with Killian, and wins needed, he's moved out to left back and has been really solid.
He's also contributed 4 goals. Some crucial ones early in the campaign. Throw in goes back to Jordan. Jordan, the left back, into the area. Header from Mackinson. Brendan Clark with a beautiful clearance towards Tarmy. Watson puts the ball out for United. Corner kick, but again, the speed of thought that Brendan Clark possesses evident.
Absolutely, he saw Tarmy making the run, hit him straight away, and precision pass as well. I mean, there's one thing seeing the run, you have to deliver the ball, and with that wind behind him, It's not easy to control it. Great run by Tarmy. Put the guy under pressure. It wins a corner kick from a kind of slice clearance.
Conor O'Keefe comes across to take this corner kick for United. Wasim, Bruder, Tarmy, Slevin, Walsh and O'Connor all in the area. Vincent Borden is 19 yards from the Finn Harps goal. O'Keefe with the delivery. Tuta punches it clear, and Adriano Real gives a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, and no complaints, but you wonder, what did they see in there, and how is it always the attacking team that's at fault when normally there's guys trying to swap jerseys before the end of the match, and just one of those things, I suppose. I don't think the offense was as far out as Tutu has gone. Or Tuta, sorry.
Tuta with the free kick for Finn Harps. Puts too much on that. Darren Murphy, the interim manager, with a nice little touch in the technical area. United quickly back on the attack. Conor O'Keefe anchoring the midfield now for United to Wasim. Wasim to Vincent Borden. Borden to Dave Tarmy. Conor O'Keefe. To Oisin O'Reilly. Killian Bruder. Bruder to Rob Slevin. Slevin brings the ball into the Harps half. Evan O'Connor. Killian Bruder. The central defensive colleague Rob Slevin. Slevin to Dave Tarmy. Tarmy with the cross. Stephen Walsh with the header. Seamus Keogh though did well. The Finn Harps right full. Will be a throw in for United. Oisin O'Reilly might opt to leave it for Ed McCarthy. And Ed McCarthy will take for Galway United. "14 minutes or so remain here at Eamon DC Park. McCarthy with the throw in. Header there from McNamee. It will be a corner kick for Galway United, and Conor O'Keefe, the versatile O'Keefe, will go across to take. He just has a word with Stephen Walsh in the area. Adriano Real, the referee, has a word, and it will be a corner kick for Conor O'Keefe. Again, plenty of bodies committed forward by United. They've had plenty of pressure in the second half, but they haven't had too many chances. O'Keefe with the delivery into the area. Again, flashes all the way across goal. Walsh went for the acrobatic effort. McCarthy with a brave header there. Borden steers it forward. Walsh goes in chase, can't keep it in play.
No, that was something different from that corner. The two before that, all the players had lined up on the goal line. This time United stayed out on the 6-yard line and delivered the ball away from the goalkeeper. Didn't work out, but it was something different. Walshy with the acrobatics.
Keogh to McNamee. Keogh switches the play to Jordan, the left back. Ed McCarthy not too far away. Jordan thumps it towards halfway.
And Ed running there as if it's the first minute and not the 77th minute. I mean, the fitness of the guys, and credit to Johnny Broderick, the strength and conditioning coach of the club, and to Richard Greer, the physio. They have the lads in peak shape. I mean, they're just so fit, and the amount of late goals United have scored this season is testament to that.
And you look at McCarthy and Dave Hurley just as two examples, two players who've been operating in a full-time setup for a few years now, and it's really becoming evident, that element of their play, and it's helping Galway United, it's helping their careers. And Ed McCarthy, as you said, Keith, for a man who played on Friday night, similar to others, but they're still going strong. McCarthy to Rob Slevin. Slevin has it once again in the centre circle for Galway United. Killian Bruder to Slevin. Slevin to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy, the diagonal delivery. Tarmy beaten there by McNamee, who's strained every sinew for Finn Harps. McCarthy with the header forward. Goes out for a Finn Harps throw in on the far side. Kevin Jordan will take. Jordan thought about throwing it back to Antonio Tuta, then opted against doing so.
It's very different to the other game here between the two sides earlier on the season. United ran out 6-0 winners, but it was the same when United played Kerry. First game here, United ran out 9-1 winners. Second game, it was a 1-0 win. So teams may have been exposed by United in the first meeting of the season. They kind of learned from that and a bit more defensive minded maybe. Their second visit down. And
it's been a battling performance from Harps. They've stayed in the game, and you look out and you see the likes of McNamee. They've really battled for the Finn Harps cause this evening. Some of the players who were taken off too, they can reflect with.
So here's another, Flood chasing. He hasn't stopped all night.
Absolutely. Clark again with a lovely pass to Evan O'Connor. Slevin back to Brendan Clark. Conor O'Keefe to Rob Slevin. United just controlling the tone and the tempo. Now Slevin sees the gap to Ed McCarthy. McCarthy to Evan O'Connor. Evan O'Connor to Conor O'Keefe. O'Keefe locates Killian Bruder. Killian Bruder looks for David Tarmy. Before the game we spoke about the Project DNA season, and you'd have to recall that Killian Bruder came to United in the summer of that campaign, and what a find he's been for Galway United. Walsh with the long range effort, blocked there though by Watson. Walsh with the foul on Stokoe. Stephen Walsh wasn't happy, but I don't think he can have too many complaints about that one, Keith.
No, I think that's a Rugby World Cup challenge rather than Electricity League First Division challenge. You can't complain with that. Yeah, but as you say, Killian, he's one of our own now, as we'd like to say. Such a nice guy, but he's seen some tough times here, and he's fitted in well, getting a medal now. I was talking to Colm Horgan, and truly hard to believe Colm Horgan, this is the first thing he's won in football, in senior football. I think he made a couple of cup finals.
The cup final with United and the promotion,
yeah,
through the playoffs.
But that was the playoffs,
yeah.
And then with Sligo and Cork, but it doesn't have a medal to hang around his neck. Now he has, as do all these guys. But the likes of Bruder and Walsh, who's been here for so long.
Evan O'Connor to Ed McCarthy, back to Evan O'Connor. O'Connor to Borden. Borden just loses out. Hutchinson working hard there for Harps, but United through Wasim. Wasim though was denied there by Mackinson. O'Keefe to Wasim. Wasim to Vincent Borden. Borden drills it into the area. Deflection off Mackinson, and it will be a corner kick for Galway United in the closing stages here at Eamon DC Park.
Has the feeling of a game that's going to peter out to the inevitable 1-0 win. United could do with a second, but
second half has been quite flat. The first half a little bit more entertaining, but a corner kick here for Oisin O'Reilly. O'Reilly steers it towards the back post. Stephen Walsh with the header, taken off the line there though by Finn Harps. Looked as if it was Hutchinson, one of the substitutes. Rob Slevin does well to earn a corner kick. Keogh with the challenge, but a corner kick for United. Hutchinson, I think, took it off the line there from Stephen Walsh, but another corner kick for United.
Yeah, and there was no appeal from United, and in fairness, the line on the far side is well placed, but it did look like it was going to creep over. Walshy denied a goal again tonight. Haven't seen the first, the only goal of the game apparently go down as an OG by Watson.
Conor O'Keefe with the corner kick for Galway United, again towards the back post. Bruder just couldn't steer that one on target. Wasim goes in chase and he'll keep it in play. Face by Ryan Flood. Wasim went for the little trick, just didn't work out on that occasion, and it will be a goal kick for Finn Harps. Tuta with the goal kick here for Finn Harps. On the halfway line, Hutchinson and O'Keefe collide. Evan O'Connor prods the ball forward for United. Walsh with the header. Tarmy and Watson tussle for possession. Tarmy takes it down. It will be a throw in for Galway United. Oisin O'Reilly scampers forward to take.
I see they've opened the gates now. There's a kind of a bit of a slow trickle starting towards the exits. People think they've seen everything. They've certainly seen enough. Heading for home. Cold Monday night.
Ed McCarthy's going to fire this one into a packed area once again. McCarthy with the long throw in. Conor O'Keefe with the header. Flood has it for Harps. Foul there by Ed McCarthy. Oisin O'Reilly's going to be yellow carded here by referee Adriano Real, and Ollie Horgan has a word with Rob Dowling, the fourth official, probably suggesting that the same offence has happened on a couple of occasions in the game earlier on. But Oisin O'Reilly has been yellow carded, but one or two of the ones that happened earlier were let go. I think that's the point that Ollie Horgan is probably making.
Yeah, that's probably the one thing that frustrates managers and coaches, and even players more than anything, consistency or the lack of it. I mean, if it's consistent, fair enough, but if it's kind of a mishmash approach of, well, this time, yeah, I'll book you, or this time I'll award it free against you, it's just, that's what's frustrating, and for fans as well, it's just frustrating.
Back down the edge of the area for Harps. Good low and hard shot, but Brendan Clark saves.
A good save by Clark. You know, he hasn't had much to do tonight, so to keep the concentration levels, and it was relatively straightforward and at him, but still, you still have to keep the concentration levels.
Stephen Walsh with the header. Wasim just can't get there, and goalkeeper Antonio Tuta was off his line.
Yeah,
did well.
Great defended by Mackinson there, keen to hold Wasim off, and
Hutchinson with the header. Borden gets the ball forward. Tarmy unable to get it under control. Watson with the clearance. Ed McCarthy appeared to be fouled there by Jordan, who's going to be yellow carded. It's the fourth player booked, and of course we had a yellow card for John Caulfield too. It's a free kick. In a good position for Galway United. A lot of the regular set piece takers are off the pitch though at the moment, so Wasim has taken control of the football here at the moment. Borden not too far away. Conor O'Keefe not too far away, but it looks as if Wasim seems to fancy this one, Keith.
yeah, Slevin's looking at it too. I mean, United had a free kick somewhere in this region down in St. Coleman's Park earlier on the season. It was rolled to Borden and he smacked it. Yeah, so Slevin has left it now. But if Vince and Wasim are having a little discussion, I wouldn't be one to get in between the two of them. Let them sort it out themselves. But it looks like it's Vince.
Wasim has left it for Borden, but Vincent Borden will take this one. Has scored 9 in the league for United in 2023. Borden. Great effort from Borden. Wasn't far away, Keith.
Just the far side of the post. He announced himself on the League of Ireland scene with 2 goals up. With the winner up in Finn Park, the first game of the season back in February. We were going, who? Vince who? Vince what? So he announced himself with a goal and nearly added another one against Harps there. It was a nice finish, just the far side of the post.
Tuta with the goal kick for Finn Harps. Neil Moore on Ama Foca and Shaw Kushgerba Gallienta Cool Contussi Aguinia Clorshina Finna BJ Banda Agus Evan O'Crohor the Galway into Jenna Lee Roach, Rasha, Brendan Clark, Augustine O'Reilly. There's Killian Bruder, Crenche Contossier. Harps have it back though. Hutchinson dispossessed by Stephen Walsh. Free kick for United. Conor O'Keefe to Evan O'Connor on the far side. O'Connor checks inside. O'Connor, a left-footed shot in the end, and it didn't test Antonio Tuta. Scramble for the football behind the clubhouse end of Eamon DC Park, and Tuta, the goalkeeper, is waiting patiently for the football, but Harps going to make a couple of more substitutions. Queeveen Bonner and Adam Duffy set to be introduced for BJ Banda and Tony McNamee.
McNamee was full of running all night for Harps, wasn't he? He really worked hard for them. That central midfield. United really kind of didn't get the foothold they've been used to all season. He just wouldn't let them settle and worked really hard.
Goal kick for Tuta. Vincent Borden with the header. Throw in for United. Takes a deflection off. Adam Duffy, the substitute. Charmy with the touch. Duffy gets it forward. Ollie Horgan with a good catch there. Draws a cheer from the home crowd. 4 minutes of additional time will be played at the end of the game. Free kick given against Borden there.
4 minutes will be added to the end of the second half. Minimum of 4 minutes.
Free kick for Harps. Watson. Just leaves it for goalkeeper Tuta. Tuta Bruder with the header. Walsh guides it forward. Tarmy and Watson collide. Duffy with the header for Harps. Ed McCarthy has possession though for United in the centre circle, and there seemed to be a collision there. And referee Adriano Real, no, he has stopped the play on a couple of occasions, and it's probably only right, Keith, that he does it there once again.
Absolutely, but you know, he saw card happy. He should be booking himself for that, because that was an appalling foul on the Harps guy. But a couple of times his positioning has been wrong, really. He's nearly got in the way a couple of times tonight. He's finally taken a Harps player out of it, and this is the consistency again. If that was a United player tackling the Harps player, it'd be a booking, but he's not prepared to book himself. Maybe he's just referee bias or something. But no, look, he had to stop play there. It was a player affected. Thankfully, it's nothing more than just a little clash.
Conor O'Keefe is going to receive the ball from Adriano Real. Killian Bruder has it now for United. Quickly under pressure from the substitute.
Yeah, Stoker was allowed back on when the ball was coming this side, and you're not supposed to allow a player on when the ball is the side that the player is to come on, so that's poor officiating there.
Throw in for Harps. Keogh. Killian Bruder definitely blindsided by that one, but Keogh has the throw in here for Finn Harps. The dying embers of this SSE Electricity League First Division encounter at Eamon DC Park. Seamus Keogh for Finn Harps. Brings the ball towards the corner flag and earns a corner kick. Good work there by the Finn Harps right full. And a chance for Harps. In the closing stages here, Ryan Flood just issues instructions to his colleagues. Flood comes across to take. Ryan Flood from Arizona will take this corner kick for Finn Harps. Stoppage time at Eamon DC Park. Flood with the left-footed delivery into a packed area. Dangerous ball headed off the line eventually by Evan O'Connor, I think, but there was some confusion there in the United defence, and the 100% Eamon DC Park record was in jeopardy there, Keith.
It looked to be wobbly there. Brendan Clark seemed to have been impeded on the near post, and I'm not sure was it Evan or Rob Slevin, but Evan or Slevin keeps us in heaven. They cleared it away off the line on the far post, and the record is intact as of now.
Ball hurled back into the area. Slevin gets it clear. Stephen Walsh goes in chase, and referee Adriano Real blats the full-time whistle. Galway United get the job done against Finn Harps. 1-0, Keith.
Yeah, to keep the 100% record. Another clean sheet, that's important as well. Big crowd, kind of funny performance, flat kind of atmosphere all around. A lot going on with the league champions back. A big crowd on Monday night. The two teams have been tired because they were both on the road on Friday. The sale of the cup final tickets as well. Do you know what? Great crowd.